state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 12 carries, 61 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Now Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
49er first down. A gain of 14. First down, 49ers.
Purdy off the play fake. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Purdy. He'll try to pick it up himself. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 5-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. but they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
Yeah, it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Michael Williams. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And the defense has come up with it. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
Texans nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Texans offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. The numbers for Mixon last week, 21 carries, 82 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
We'll air this one out for Kirk. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Down at the 26. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Stroud to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
3rd and 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
6. And the Texans first down.
Mixing up the middle. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Stroud got his man, Dell. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Here's Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Christian Kirk.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on second and long. Purdy. Oh, nice move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
19 yards. And the 49er first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Gets through, and now an opening. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. You look at the defense for these Texans, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be brought down just outside the red zone. Mark him at the 21. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Purdy looking to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And they'll get this down to the 10. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
First down. A gain of 18.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, cheer's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Purdy. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Ricky Pearsall with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further in the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Oh, able to avoid him. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston set to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Back to Mixon on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Stroud. That is caught. And it's a room to run now. Pushes past him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Stroud looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Third down and 11.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, 35 yards. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. A beautiful fake. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
49er, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run, and at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Caught left side. Here's Dell. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 40.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Shedding the tackle. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
9 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he's got some space here. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Stroud. And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
A 7-yard gain. And the Texans first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. Powers through it. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yards on the play.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try to stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
On the slant, here's Collins. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 37.
A handoff to Mixon. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20.
It's a gain of 8.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And Stroud now to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. And the 49er first down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's caught out right by Jennings. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing here, Purdy. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he's down inside the 15.
That's another 49er first down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Purdy sets up to throw again. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Quick slant caught by Kirk. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He's got room to roam. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
11 more yards. That's another Texans.
They'll give it to Mixon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins from 4 yards out. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Nifty move. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
18 yards, first down Niners.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
2nd and 5 at their 49.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Purdy. Got his man. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
49er first down. It's a gain of 6. First down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Purdy. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Derek Stingley getting home on the corner blitz. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now out comes Houston. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. Down the right sideline. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next to score,
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a return is Ricky Pearsall. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12. First down, San Francisco.
They go play action here. Purdy. This is Jennings. And he'll be out. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
That's another 49er first down.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Play action. Now Purdy gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. This is McCaffrey. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 115 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
It's now 4th.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taken right around the 44. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now Purdy. He's got a full head of steam. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 12.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And this is caught. Jennings. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line.
49er, 1st down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And a 49er 1st down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. The extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Stroud off the play fake. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Throwing now is Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Stroud out of the gun here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located in different stadiums. It's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Shotgun now with Purdy. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. That's complete to Dell.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's a give to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 now. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there?
Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Third down and 6.
A gain of 5 brings up third.
Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Down to about the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8. Now
Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And Stroud now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
That's another Texans first down.
Stroud working out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
C.J. Stroud sacked.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long.
It's now second and 19 at the 40.
Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Take down 33 yards. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. This is 2nd and 8. McCaffrey running up the middle. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, 49ers.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Francisco, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.